At 10:15 a.m., on March 31, 1944, Second Lieutenant Owen John Bagot hangs helplessly in his parachute harness, suspended 15,000 feet above Burma's jungle canopy, bleeding from shrapnel wounds, watching a Mitsubishi A6M Zero circle back, guns trained directly on his chest. He is 23 years old with 7 completed combat missions over Burma. 3 Japanese Zeros orbit the debris field where his B-24 Liberator exploded 6 minutes earlier. 12 American airmen scatter across 3 miles of sky, dangling beneath white silk parachutes. The Zeros hunt them individually. This airspace belongs to Japan. The Burma campaign enters its bloodiest phase. Allied forces lose an average of 43 aircraft weekly here. Japanese pilots routinely shoot parachuting crews. No war crimes courts exist. No Geneva enforcement. Below, no rescue teams wait, only mountains controlled by Japanese infantry. Owen Bagot grew up in Graham, Texas. His father operated a dry goods store on Oak Street. Owen pumped gasoline at a Magnolia station for 70 cents hourly, saving enough for flying lessons at Graham Municipal Airport, before enlisting in the Army Air Forces weeks after Pearl Harbor. He trained at Ellington Field near Houston, washing out of fighter pilot school when his eyesight tested 1 line short. Assigned to bombers instead, he wanted to hunt Japanese fighters in P-40 Warhawks. Now, armed only with a Colt M1911A1 and no airplane, he finally gets that chance. The strategic situation offers zero hope. The 10th Air Force operates from crude Indian airstrips carved from tea plantations. Supply lines stretch 7,000 miles from America. Spare parts crawl by ship, rail, then truck over the Himalayas if trucks survive. Japanese fighters dominate Burma's skies completely. Owen's bomber carried 10 men this morning, 5 officers and 5 enlisted. Their mission targeted Mandalay's railway bridge, feeding Japanese troops advancing toward India. They never reached it. Zeros intercepted 40 miles out, attacking from the sun, cannon shells tearing aluminum skin like paper. The No. 3 engine ignited first, followed by No. 2. The pilot ordered bailout at 10,000 feet. Owen exited from the waist gunner position, pulled his ripcord, and floated downward into hell. Flames, debris, and enemy fighters filled the sky around him. The lead Zero makes its first firing pass on Staff Sergeant Harold Thompson, the tail gunner, dangling 400 yards left of Owen. Approaching from behind, the Zero closes to 100 feet, unleashing twin 7.7mm guns. Tracers shred Thompson's canopy. Silk disintegrates. He spins, screaming toward Earth. The Zero climbs away, banking right, choosing its next victim. Owen inspects his wounds. Shrapnel tore into his left thigh during the bomber's death spiral. Blood saturates his flight suit. His right hand grips parachute risers. His left finds his holster, touching the pistol grip. Not yet. The Zero climbs for another pass. The Mitsubishi A6M Zero carries a service ceiling of 33,000 feet. Top speed 332 miles per hour, range 1,900 miles. 2 wing-mounted 20mm cannons. 2 nose-mounted machine guns. No armor, no pilot protection. Maneuverability replaces defense entirely. Owen knows this. Briefings drilled it relentlessly. Zeros burn easily. Hit fuel tanks. Hit engines. But those lessons assumed firing from turrets or wings, not a pistol while falling through empty space. At 15,000 feet, the temperature sits near 12 degrees Fahrenheit. His leather jacket barely insulates. His breath crystallizes. Fingers stiffen. The shrapnel wound throbs with each heartbeat. Blood loss brings dizziness. The jungle below resembles an indifferent green carpet. Another Zero attacks Lieutenant James Miller, the co-pilot, drifting 800 yards ahead, descending faster after partial parachute damage during deployment. This time the Zero attacks head-on, firing from 300 yards. Most rounds miss, but 2 punch through Miller's chest. His body slackens in the harness to still descending, already dead. The Zero doesn't verify. It knows. Owen counts enemies and survivors. 3 Zeros. 8 American parachutes remain. Unless something changes, everyone dies. Owen's M1911 holds 7 rounds, 1 chambered. Effective range against humans, 50 yards. Against aircraft, none. Issued for ground survival, signaling, and animals, not aerial combat. Nobody imagined this scenario. Nobody prepared him for this moment. Owen makes a decision violating every survival instinct. He goes limp, head slumps forward, arms dangle, legs hang motionless. He becomes a corpse before dying. Blood dripping onto white silk sells the illusion. He looks like the others, he looks already dead. The Zero closes to 75 yards. The pilot steadies his guns, then hesitates. The American appears lifeless. No parachute oscillation. No steering corrections. Perhaps another Zero already killed him. The pilot decides visual confirmation first. He throttles back, slows to 95 miles per hour, canopy sliding open for clarity. Slipstream roars past the cockpit. Banking gently, the Zero slides alongside the parachute, offset 30 feet. The pilot wants the American's face. Owen times everything perfectly. He lifts his head slowly. His right hand crosses his body to the holster. The Zero drifts closer, curiosity visible behind goggles. Owen draws the M1911A1 smoothly. 2 pounds, 7 ounces, 5-inch barrel, muzzle velocity 830 feet per second. 45 is CP safety off. The Japanese pilot notices movement, eyes widening, hand shoving throttle forward. Too late. Owen extends his arm, no stance possible, instinct guiding his aim. The Zero fills his vision 30 feet away, close enough to smell exhaust. Close enough to see the red Hinomaru. Owen fires. The first round punches through the open canopy, missing the pilot's head, exiting clean. The Zero banks hard. Owen tracks and fires again. The second shot ricochets into the pilot's shoulder. The pilot screams, concentration breaking. Owen fires a third time. The round enters the cockpit, traveling 28 inches before striking behind the pilot's right ear. The pilot collapses forward. The Zero's nose dips. Control vanishes. The aircraft dives uncommanded toward the jungle below. Owen fires a fourth round into the engine cowling, hoping for fuel. It penetrates harmlessly, but it doesn't matter. The pilot is dead or unconscious. A Zero without a pilot becomes a falling tombstone. The aircraft spirals faster, accelerating downward. Owen watches, breathing hard, adrenaline flooding him. 3 rounds remain. The remaining Zeros don't notice. They're busy attacking other parachutes. They don't see their leader falling. They don't witness the impossible. The Zero impacts the jungle canopy at roughly 420 miles per hour, 11,000 feet below. A fireball erupts. Trees explode outward. Black smoke claws skyward. Owen holsters his pistol. His hands tremble, cold air burns his lungs. Pain pulses through his leg. He surveys the sky. 6 American parachutes remain. 2 Zeros still circle. His odds improve from certain death to merely probable. The remaining fighters kill 2 more crewmen during subsequent passes. First Lieutenant David Parker, navigator, takes rounds through both lungs, dying choking at 8,000 feet. Technical Sergeant William Hayes suffers abdominal wounds, bleeding out during descent, his body landing 20 minutes later. 5 Americans reach the ground alive. Owen lands 3 miles from the crash site, collapsing beside a teak tree. The shrapnel tore muscle but missed bone, bleeding manageable. Owen fashions a tourniquet from parachute cord, tightening it carefully. Japanese forces control this territory. Elements of the 18th Infantry Division, 12,000 troops across 300 square miles. They patrol aggressively. Prisoners rarely survive. Owen has no radio, no map, no compass. Only 3 pistol rounds, a knife, a canteen, and 1,200 miles of hostile territory between him and safety. He evades capture 5 days, traveling at night, navigating stars, avoiding villages, drinking streams, eating nothing. Malaria strikes day 3. Infection follows day 4. On day 5, a Japanese patrol finds him unconscious near a water buffalo trail. They transport him to Rangoon Central Prison, housing 800 Allied POs under conditions killing 30% within 6 months. Owen shares a cell with 11 airmen. Dysentery, beriberi, starvation, beatings, interrogations follow relentlessly. The Japanese demand intelligence. Owen gives only name, rank, serial number. Guards break his ribs. Starve him 6 days. Confine him 14 days inside a 4-foot box under tropical heat. He survives by counting seconds, solving math, remembering Texas summers, ice cream, and reasons to live. Other crew survivors arrive weeks later. Co-pilot dead, navigator dead. 3 enlisted dead. 5 reach Rangoon alive. 2 die within months. 3 survive until liberation. War advances without them. British forces retake Rangoon, May 1945. Owen walks free weighing 93 pounds, hospitalized 7 weeks for disease and recovery. During debriefings, officers record his story: the parachute descent, the Zero, the pistol shots. They file it unconfirmed, no witnesses, no wreckage, no verification. The claim receives no recognition. Owen returns home July 1945, limping, thin, startled by noise. He receives the Purple Heart, nothing more. He returns to Graham. The town celebrates. He says little. He works the family store, marries, raises 3 children, coaches baseball, serves on the school board. He avoids reunions, lives quietly. Confirmation arrives in 1982, 38 years later, when researchers uncover Japanese records matching his report precisely. A Zero from the 64th Sentai failed to return March 31, 1944. The pilot, Lieutenant Shigoshi Kuro, 11 victories, vanished after breaking formation while attacking parachutists. His wreck lay 3 miles from an American bomber. Bullet damage appeared. A fatal small-caliber head wound confirmed the impossible. Investigators blamed guerrillas, but none operated nearby. Only American pistols fit. Researchers contacted U.S. historians. Owen's report resurfaced. Dates, locations, circumstances aligned. The Air Force confirmed it. The only verified case of a parachuting airman shooting down a fighter with a pistol. Recognition arrived quietly by mail. Owen died May 26, 2006 in Graham, Texas, aged 85. His obituary mentions the pistol shot briefly. Most assume exaggeration. It wasn't. Records on both sides confirm it. Physics barely allowed it. History preserved it. One impossible moment survived because someone cared enough to document truth.